Hello, Biology 1A students. We are moving right along in the curriculum. We are now in Lesson 4 of Module 2. So the purpose of this lesson is to give you a little insight on what Lesson 4 is about, cell structure and function. So first thing we need to do is go ahead and get into our class, and we will scroll down to Lesson 0204, Cell Structure and Function. Okay, so we're going to click on that and open up the lesson. All right, so like always, what we have been doing, scroll down to the bottom of your lesson and open the biology notebook. Remember, if you open the biology notebook here, you're prompted to open it up in a Word document. And if you don't want to use that, go over to our Google site and click on Module 2. Scroll down until you find Lesson 0204, Cell Structure and Function. And then the biology notebook page is here as well. Let's also read the little description that I have here for you. It says, download the biology notebook document for this section. If possible, print the notebook pages. Some people like to print, some people don't. Some people like to type things up, some people like to handwrite. Okay, but if printing is not an option, you can copy the information into a notebook, or you can make a copy of the Google Doc here. Okay, take notes on the handout as you work through the lesson. Okay, continue in the lesson to explore the parts of a eukaryotic cell. Okay, you will complete interactive lessons to learn about cell organelles. Please be sure to pay close attention to the relationship of structure and function to see how each cell part is designed for its specific job within the cell. Okay, your assignment for this one is going to be 6 multiple choice questions. That's what you're actually going to turn in for your assignment here. So notice there's no other templates, no other lessons. It's not a lab report. You're going to take your notes, and then you're going to use those notes to answer the 6 multiple choice questions. Okay, so I'm going to open the notebook page here just so we can scan it and get a little preview. Okay, so our goals here, our objectives, is to describe the internal structures of eukaryotic cells, and we want to be able to summarize the functions of the organelles found in plant and animal cells. Okay, so we have a little introduction on eukaryotic cells here, and then we have a section on organelles where you're going to describe what those structures look like and what their functions are. Okay, and then we have some space here, and feel free to change up this space however you want. It says draw a plant cell including organelles, draw an animal cell including organelles. Now, what I might suggest to you on this, if you're not much of an artist or you don't want to draw it on another sheet of paper, feel free to copy and paste some pictures into your notes here so you can use them for reference. Copy and paste the pictures in the lesson. Hop on Google, find a couple other pictures that are labeled for you to have for reference on your plant and animal cell. Okay, then we have a little Venn diagram that we're going to do some comparing between plant and animal cells as well, that you're going to fill some things in here. Okay, and then we have a sample question as well. Alrighty, so that's what our notes pages is. Doesn't look like it's very much, but as you start describing the structures and the functions in the cells, it can start to get a little bit lengthy. So you really want to make sure that you take some good detailed notes so you can use those notes and pictures on the multiple choice quiz. Okay, so let's go back over here to the lesson. You can see that we have 5 slides here. All right, and like always, make sure you read through everything. Take a look at that picture. That's one of my most favorite pictures. It's just so vibrant and it just looks cool. So make sure you read through everything on that first slide. Then we'll go to slide 2. We got a lot of information here. Here's that Venn diagram that you can get some of that information on that Venn diagram in your notes. Okay, now we have an interactive little activity here. Okay, so when you click on begin, you are going to, whoops, I'm not on the right thing here. You're going to move the slider over, and different structures are going to be labeled for you. They're going to tell you what the functions are, like right here, mitochondria provide the cell with the energy it needs. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Maybe you remember that from some other class or a previous science class. Okay, we've got the rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum as well as ribosomes. So as you are going through these pictures, describe what these things look like to you. Okay, you can describe them in your own words and then write down what it is that they do. Okay, you're gonna need that information on the upcoming quiz. So continue on through until you complete the interactive lesson. Again, sorry, I'm not trying to make you sick here scrolling up and down on my screen. Go on to slide 3. Okay, you're going to get a little more information here on the anatomy of the cells. So as you click on each structure, you've got some pretty detailed information here. They're pointing to the cells, and then they're showing you or describing to you what these organelles do within the cell. Okay, so you got a lot more information there that you can use to copy over into your notes. And you may choose to highlight and copy and paste some information into your notes. And then when you get that information in your notes, then shorten up those, because you don't need to have every single possible word. Shorten it up to where it makes sense to you. Okay, but you can start with their information as a base and then delete some of the wordiness and put it in some words that make sense to you. Okay, and now here we have a little test your knowledge sort of mini quiz, not really a quiz, just some multiple choice questions for you. There's 10 different questions here. And you might jot down some of this for some of your notes as well, because you never know when some of these same questions may appear on the quiz at the end. I'm not saying they will, but I'm not saying they won't. You never know, because the quizzes, there's a wide variety of questions that you're asked. No two students have necessarily the exact same quiz, same questions. Sometimes it's a similar question and different options, but there's a large test bank that questions are pulled from. All right, and lastly, last slide here, we have a summary, and you kind of have a little game here to match up the different parts to the cells, and then you can check yourself. Okay, once we get to this point, and you've got all those notes complete, you've taken however much time you need to fill in those notes, and you feel like you've got it, you know what cells are about, and you've got your notes all handy, continue on to the next activity, and you're going to click on start and answer those multiple choice questions. All right, guys, let me know if you have questions, and hopefully you're becoming familiar with those notes pages and really starting to write down, learning how you need to take notes, you need to read, you need to take notes so you can utilize those on these quizzes and tests, okay? All right, good luck, guys. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.